Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to episode 7 of Kannakids. Today I will be teaching you how to become a savvy shopper when buying full spectrum hemp products. At the end of this episode, you will know exactly what to look for, be able to weed out the bad from the good, no pun intended, and feel confident in the product you purchased, especially when it comes to your child. And in case this is your first time tuning in, I'm Vanessa, the medical cannabis nurse for kids, as well as the owner and CEO of Elevated Healing. Kannakids is my vlogging educational series that is released every Tuesday covering a new topic about medical cannabis. The purpose of this series is to provide you with the most up-to-date information you need to determine if medical cannabis is truly the right option for your child and their condition. Please note that I still advise, as many others would, that you should work hand in hand with a healthcare professional who is proficient in medical cannabis. A healthcare professional will be able to determine the cannabinoid, THC, and terpene profile that may be most effective for your child and their symptoms, as well as give a starting point for dosing, a titration protocol based on response, and the guide you need to find a trustworthy, high-quality product. A medical cannabis healthcare professional takes all the guessing out of it for you and gets you where your child and family needs and wants to be, which ultimately is symptom relief and quality of life. Okay, so how does one become a savvy shopper of full spectrum hemp products? Now, when we talk about these products, full spectrum hemp can come in many forms, from tinctures to capsules, sprays, salves to gummies, and more. Either way, figuring out whether or not the product is truly a good product will be the same process. Now, you probably aren't surprised to hear that full spectrum hemp, or what you may commonly know as CBD, is big business today. As more and more of the population consumes CBD products, the market potential for business opportunity continues to increase, which means more and more CBD products flood the market. Once you start shopping, you'll see that it's a bit like the Wild West out there, and a lot of companies are claiming their product is the best. Oh, how we love the options, but can we really trust everything that is out there? Unfortunately, no. But when it comes to your child, we need to make sure that the most trustworthy and high quality product is being used. This is why it is so essential that you learn how to become a critical consumer, which is what I'm going to teach you today. So I'm going to quickly share with you the 5 criteria you should follow when purchasing CBD, and then we'll break it down a little further. Okay, so for number 1, the product should say full spectrum hemp. Number 2, the company's product should be coming from the hemp flower only, no other parts of the hemp plant. Number 3, the company must test their products and provide lab reports for each of their products. Number 4, the product should be organic. Number 5, you should know the source of the product. Okay, so back to criteria number 1, full spectrum hemp. As you may recall from my past episodes, full spectrum hemp contains the whole plant. What do I mean by this? The product contains all of those cannabinoids found in that particular batch of hemp, which includes cannabinoids like CBD, CBDA, CBG, CBN, as well as many others, but also contains THC, terpenes, and flavonoids. As a medical cannabis healthcare professional, full spectrum hemp is what we love because the presence of all the plant compounds provide a much greater effect in providing symptom relief than if each of these compounds were working alone. This is what we fancily call the entourage effect, which is essentially a chemical reaction that boosts the effectiveness of all the cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and THC found in the plant when they all work together. So remember, when shopping, you want the product that says full spectrum hemp, and it should say full spectrum hemp in large lettering on the product label. It should not say CBD in large lettering. It can say CBD on the label somewhere, but it should be in much smaller lettering and not the dominant label marker. If a product is labeled full spectrum hemp in large lettering, this indicates that the company is following FDA regulations. So that's a thumbs up there. Number 2, the product should be derived from the hemp flower only. This is where all of the most potent cannabinoids and other plant compounds reside. But not all companies use just the flower to source its oil from, and instead will also use the stalks and stems of the hemp plant as well. The other parts of the plant are much less optimal because these parts contain little to none of the plant compounds we are looking for, and therefore create a suboptimal product that will not be effective. Essentially, it's garbage. Number 3, lab report, lab report, lab report. I can't stress this enough. The company must test their products and provide these lab reports online with each product they have on their website or in person if they are visiting a storefront. If an online company or storefront cannot produce a lab report, walk away. You're going to find that this is a hit or miss. This industry is not regulated except by state, and not all states have regulations regarding lab testing. So this is when your critical thinking hat needs to be in tune. Next week, I will go over lab reports, show you what one can look like, what you're reading, and what it all means. But essentially, the lab report is where we can get a detailed snapshot of the product. With the lab report, we can see the cannabinoid content, THC content, as well as terpene content if the company tests for terpenes, as well as the potency of this content, and we can see that all toxins and possible contaminants have been tested for as well. Lab testing is vital and so critical to pay attention to, especially when using cannabis for health purposes, because it helps us more accurately select a product that can be effective in providing relief for a particular set of symptoms, as well as provide more consistent accuracy with dosing just based on the product's lab test profile. Before I move away from lab testing, I mentioned that not all companies test for terpenes, but if you find a company that does test for terpenes, this is highly ideal because this will allow us to better predict a product's therapeutic benefits and could be the fine line between symptom relief and no symptom relief. Okay, number 4, organic. Seems self-explanatory, but still is so essential to keep an eye out for. And make sure the product you're consuming or giving to your child is free of toxins and contaminants. For an already ailing body, toxic exposure is harmful and will negate any benefit one could possibly gain from the cannabis. As mentioned earlier, this market is not regulated, and there is no USDA organic certification available for cannabis farmers and processors. But there are certain companies out there who are good players and working very hard to ensure their products are free of toxins and contaminants, which is proven via their lab report and also by their participation in something called Clean Green Certified. If you see Clean Green Certified on a company's website and their products, this means that their farm, processes, and company are certified by the largest nationally recognized third-party certifier for the cannabis industry, which promotes responsible, sustainable, organic agriculture with an emphasis on consumer safety. So keep your eye out for that one. Last but not least, number 5, know where the company's products are sourced from. So does the company own their own hemp farm or have a single consistent hemp farmer they partner with? Or is the company sourcing the hemp for their products from multiple farms? If the company is sourcing their hemp for their products from multiple farms, run. Not only will consistency suffer, but you can never really trust what you will be getting in that product, which means quality will suffer as well. Remember, we're trying to heal an ailing body, not make it worse off from the detriment of a poor product that claims it's the best. Okay, so to recap here again, the 5 criteria. Number 1, full spectrum hemp on the label. Number 2, should come from the hemp flower only. Number 3, lab reports. Number 4, organic and clean green certified. And number 5, know the source of the product. Well, that is all I have for today's episode and how to be a critical shopper of full spectrum hemp products. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new and interesting. If you or anyone you know is seeking to add medical cannabis to their regimen, but unsure how to do so, speaking with a healthcare professional proficient in medical cannabis is strongly encouraged and advised. Here at Elevated Healing, we provide you with the guidance you need in navigating the world of cannabis for your child and their condition. So visit www.elevated-healing.com. Also, please share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kannakids. Enjoy the rest of your week. Until I see you again next week, be safe, be healthy, and always know there is hope around the corner. Bye, everyone.